more minutes or 3 more minutes before we kick off, so others can join in. Okay, I'm going to have to mute you, sir. Okay. Unstoppable, unstoppable, show your legs. Let's go. I win every single game. Okay. Okay. All right. I think it's safe for us to start. Thank you so much. Before we go ahead, I want us to please introduce yourselves and where you're joining in from. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Good
My
evening.
name is Ebisere Bekai, and I'm joining in from Lagos, Nigeria. Looking forward to a wonderful master.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Terry, for joining in today. Yes, I'm also looking forward to an insightful session this evening. Thank you. Please, Olayinka Olani, please introduce yourself and tell us where you're joining in from.
Yeah, good morning. Good evening, all. I'm joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. From Vivian, please introduce yourself and tell us where you're joining in from. Are you there?
Hello,
Okay. Thank you, sir.
my name is Olufemi Olugboge. I'm joining from Oworo, Lagos State.
Wow. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining in today. Everyone, thank you so much for joining in today. I don't want to take so much of our time, but I just I wanted to break the ice. So today we're going to be discussing the greatness mindset. I know we've all come across what we all know what mindset is. We've all come across mindset. We all know what a mindset is. But that combination, the greatness mindset, what do we think? Um, Unlock your full career potential with the greatness mindset, having the greatness mindset. So I'm going to start off by just asking a simple question. What is the greatness mindset? Or let me just say, what is your mindset? Can someone just tell me briefly? You can type it in the comments and just say briefly what you understand by your mindset. Okay. In the absence of any, can I see? Okay, I see a comment here. Thought process, perception. Mm, yes, yes. Thought process, perception. You're correct. Any other comments or way of thinking? Good one. Way of thinking. I like that. Now, okay, so I'm just going to go right ahead. Your mindset is, yes, your perception, your thought process, your way of thinking. It is also how you do things, how you allow your thoughts influence your actions. That is the greatness mindset. That is your mindset. How you allow your thoughts and the way you think affects um your actions, affect what you do and how you do it. So by the end of this session today, I believe we're going to have tools and strategies to push past limits, embrace growth, and step confidently into the next level of our careers. So, without much further ado, we're going to start. I'm just going to go ahead and introduce briefly what we are going to cover in this session today. So today we're going to talk about what the greatness mindset is, why your mindset matters for career success. We're also going to discuss about 5 principles of greatness, of the greatness mindset. We're going to do 2 practical exercises because I understand that many of us know we've heard these things before. We've heard them. We know these things, but we don't actually do. So we're just going to do 2 brief practical exercises that will immediately shift your mindset from the shift your mindset from you are not able to how you can do it, and then taking action, how we are going to apply the greatness mindset to our various careers and even life in general. Now, defining the greatness mindset. Somebody has said it. Somebody has defined greatness mindset. On my slide here, you see that the greatness mindset is the belief that your potential is limitless. Combination of greatness and mindset. So they have the greatness mindset that talks about that is that belief, that's strong belief in you, that your potential, that what you can do, that you are so much more than who you are right now, that you can actually achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. That is the kind of mindset that achieves greatness. It's a mindset of growth, courage, and possibility. So you don't look at things and then say, no, this is not possible because I don't have this. I can't do this because I don't have this. I can't do this because I don't have this. No. Greatness mindset is a mindset of growth, courage, and possibility. I've said that it focuses on overcoming self imposed limitations and continuous improvements. I'm going to ask a question. What are some of the self imposed limitations? Or let me just, we are going to do it in an exercise, but I just want to ask here, what are some of the limitations that we perceive to have? Can any of you list any limitation you have? Can you say anything that is your limitation? Maybe you don't know how to speak French. Let's say you live in Paris and you don't know how to speak French. That is a limitation. So can any of us list out our self-imposed limitations? I'm waiting. Okay. So I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So I asked the question. I said, can any of us mention any limitation you perceive yourself to have? Like any limitation you have, you think you have.
Okay, I wrote in the chat box that not quite articulate enough. As someone who gets to speak often, I just feel like I don't articulate my points as well as I would love to. So I
Okay,
think, yeah, that's a limitation for
that's a
me.
limitation, right? All right. Someone else says self-doubt. Interesting. Now, okay, so I'm going to ask you another question. So, do you think that not being articulate enough should stop you from achieving um what it is you want to achieve? Let's say as a public speaker or as a professional speaker, do you think not being articulate enough can stop you from achieving that goal?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
I don't know if I'll say stop me per se, but I know that it would um make me not want to take on opportunities that I should, because I feel like I'm not quite good enough or as good enough as I should be. I don't know if you get my point.
I get your point. I get your point. And so now I like what you have said. It's stopping you from maybe taking some engagements or speaking engagements that maybe because you feel you're not good enough. Now, that is now your self-imposed limitation. Yes, you have a limitation, which is you're not articulate enough. And that is very subjective because you have spoken here. I don't think people will say, yeah, but let's just leave that aside. You say you are not quite articulate enough. And now you are now limiting yourself in the fact that you are not accepting invitations to speak because you feel that you're not good enough. That is a self imposed limitation. And that kind of mindset cannot take you from where you are to where you want to be. So that is what we're going to be dealing with today. Part of the exercises we're going to do is going to shift your mindset, your thinking from thinking, I'm not good enough. What will now be? So in the exercise, let me not give you an expo. In the exercise, you're going to use this line, and then because we're going to do an exercise, so you're going to use this line, and on the other part of the on the other part of the book, you're going to write a statement that will indicate that your mindset has actually shifted to the greatness mindset. Please pardon me. My children are just everywhere. Sorry. Okay. And someone else says in the chat that mine is not being consistent enough. Thank you for listening, Julie, and thank you so much for joining the call today. So you say you are not being consistent enough. Thank you for listening. That so it is that limitation now that you are going to use in that exercise when we get to that point. So just follow me. I'm on a journey, and I hope that we will arrive together. So, can you see my screen, please? Can you see my
Yes,
screen? All right.
yes, we
Okay. So
can see
now,
your screen.
all right. Thank you, sir. So now we're going to look at the power of mindset in career success. I don't know how many of us have heard of the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. What is a fixed mindset? What is a fixed mindset? We're going to look at how your mindset shapes your behavior. Then, career outcomes of a greatness mindset, more resilient, better problem solving, greater innovation. But I want us to look at fixed mindsets versus growth mindsets. What is a fixed mindset? What do you think is a fixed mindset? What do you think is a fixed mindset? You see, your mindset isn't just a set of thoughts. It's the lens. I think I've mentioned it before. It's the lens through which you view your challenges and opportunities. With a fixed mindset, you believe that your skills are set in stone. That is, those people that say, this is who I am. Those people that say this is who I am, just take me like that. I'm sorry to say, but you have a fixed mindset. You avoid risks. But with a growth mindset, or better yet, a greatness mindset, you believe that you can always evolve. This very simple difference shapes how resilient you are, how creative you become in problem solving, and how far you go in your career. So you look at the fixed mindset and versus the growth mindset. Now I'm going to ask you a question there. Let me ask Julie since she hasn't said anything. So you said your limitation is that you're not being consistent enough. Okay. Just give me 2. Sorry about that, please. Sorry about that. Okay. So Julie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. So you said your limitation is that you're not being consistent enough. Now, I want you to tell me how you can move this limitation into an opportunity for growth.
Do you mean how this limitation can affect for opportunities for growth or
You have that limitation of not being consistent enough. You have it,
yeah.
you have it. Like you've already seen that is who you are. Now we don't want you to fix yourself on that you are just that is who you are. How do you
Yeah.
change this sentence now to an opportunity for growth? How do you make this sentence empower you to grow?
Okay, it's just like saying I know I am not that consistent in my pursuit for opportunities, but I know I can come around and adjust.
You're getting there. You're getting there. Yes, you're getting there. You're getting there.
and
You're not quite there yet. Okay, I'm listening.
and maybe fix it.
So how are you going to fix it?
Maybe I can fix an alarm to make sure I do those tasks daily.
Good.
Every day I'm being reminded that, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, and I'm focused on doing that narrative about.
Great. Great. That is great. That is how great. So you understand that that is not like you can't change the fact that you're not consistent enough. You can actually change that fact. You can actually become consistent. That is what a growth mindset is. That is what the greatness mindset is. And that is where you want to be. That is where you want to be. You find yourself having any form of limitation. You don't think, for instance, some people say, um, I am short, so I can't play basketball. I don't know of you, but I know some short people that can play basketball and are playing it well because they did not fix themselves or limit themselves by their shortcomings. They found a way around it. They found a way around it. Such kind of people now, they may be able to jump very high. And so they built on their strength. That is what a growth mindset is. That is what a fixed mindset does. That is what you do if you have that mindset for growth to achieve anything at all, to achieve any form of success, any form of growth. You need to understand that where you are right now is not where you can be. And understand that you can become who you can become, that person that achieves whatever it is you want to achieve. It is very important. Now I'm going to discuss 5 principles of unlocking greatness. There are 5 principles of unlocking greatness. My slide is not changing. Let me see. Okay, yes. 5 principles of unlocking greatness. Now, these 5 principles, they form the core of the greatness mindset. You need to embrace failure as part of a learning process. Now, some people don't take failure too well. But let me quickly change your mindset about something. Now, if you don't take failure too well and you're here, let's say for instance, I tell you that there is $5 million. There is $5 million in so 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 and so place. And I tell you, but you have to, you know how to dance, so but you have to dance very poorly that people will boo you, that at least 100 people will boo you before you get that 5 million. Please, how many of you will gladly dance so poorly and welcome the booing from people? Let me see your hand. If you would gladly dance so poorly so that hey, people are raising their hands. If you will not dance poorly, with joy. Because why? There is $5 million in the oven somewhere waiting for you to collect. All they want you to do is to just dance like a madman. That is how I want us to see failure. That is how failure is like practicing for the main game, and welcome it. It's like you are practicing. If they say you must fail 5 times, if they say, look, you are going to be the president, oh, I am assuring you that you are going to be president of the United States. But you have to contest and fail woefully, contest and lose 5 times before you eventually become president. When you contest for the first one and you lose, when other people are unhappy, what will you be doing? You will be happy. You will be dancing. One down, 4 to go. One failure down, 4 to go. The second one, you will say, 3. 3 to go. People will be wondering, what's wrong with this person? But you are practicing. You are practicing for the real deal that is coming. That is how I want you to see failure. Failure is just, I don't know if anybody's mindset has changed just from this analogy, because when I was thinking about it, my mindset just changed. People will laugh at you when you decide to change your life. When you decide that you want to move from one level to another, people will laugh at you. People will say, who is this person? You're just making noise up and down. Look, if they don't start saying that, be worried, because you have not started. People need to tell you, shut up, what do you know? When they start telling you that, start clapping for yourself, because you are on the road. You are on the way to achieving greatness. That is the truth. Be prepared. And that is the mindset I need you guys to have. I need us to have. See, I don't care if it is one person or 2 people. I don't care the amount of people we are on this call. If it is just one person, that by the time we are 1 year in this game, by the time we are celebrating maybe the first anniversary of Career Makeover with YT, we are now going to say, you can tell me that this is what I have achieved because of this journey that I took on. This is what I achieved. That will be my joy. That will be my joy. And if it is only me that achieves that, even though I won't be happy, but I know that, look, whatever it is, with time, give it time, and you know that you will achieve greatness. You will be happy for the roadblocks. You will be happy because you know that it is telling you that you are on the way. You are on the way. The second thing here says, think big and act boldly. Don't think small. Don't think small. Because when you're thinking when you're thinking small, you're limiting yourself. The truth is, even when you think big, it will go bigger. And even when you don't pay anybody, you don't have to pay any amount to think, to imagine. You're not paying anybody. Nobody will say you're owing me. Nobody will say, why are you thinking like that? Even if they say, that is their problem. You lose nothing. It costs you zero, zilch, to think big and act boldly. It costs you nothing. But the result is great. What you stand to gain from thinking big and acting boldly is great. You need to think bigger than your current situation and act with boldness. Then you cultivate the discipline that will keep you consistent. Julie, you have seen that. That is how it is. It takes cultivation. You need to deliberately and intentionally. It will not look natural to you in the beginning, but as time goes on, it will become second nature to you. Nothing good, nothing good is easy. It is simple, oh, but it is not easy. Simple, but not easy. So when you cultivate the discipline that will keep you consistent, then you surround yourself with the right people, like the people that are here are people that want to achieve greatness. These are the kinds of people you should surround yourself with. Because if you play around with 4 billionaires, you did not count properly. There are 5, you are the 5th one. Because in no time, you will become a billionaire. Then what happens when you surround yourself with riffraffs? You are counting 6 riffraffs. You didn't count properly because you are the 7th. You don't surround yourself with people that are not going on the same journey as you. And finally, everything you do should align with your long-term vision. These are the things that I think I've been hammering on. You need to have a goal, you need to have a vision, and then everything you do, if what you are doing is not in alignment with where you're going, please drop it. Drop it. You don't need it. You don't need it. These principles together will set the foundation for lasting career success. If whatever you're doing is not taking you, is not in line with where you are going to, I advise you to drop it with immediate alacrity. With immediate alacrity. So now I talked about this exercise. So the first exercise here is reframing your limiting beliefs. I hope you actually came with your biro and your paper. So we're going to do this. You're going to write down one limiting belief you have about your career, and then you're going to reframe that limiting belief into an empowering statement. I've given you an example here. It says, I'm not ready for a leadership role. It's a limiting belief. So on the other side, for example, to reframe it into an empowering statement, that will be, I'm growing my leadership skills every day. So please write down on one side just one limiting belief, and then on the other side, write an empowering belief. Reframe it. Reframe it. Now with this example, Julie, what is now your empowering statement? Or yes, empowering statement. concerning you're not being consistent, you're not consistent. What would be your empowering statement? What would be that statement that would empower you?
I stay consistent daily.
Perfect. Perfect. That is the first step. That is the first step. So Ebiseri, what will now be your empowering statement? You're not articulate enough. You're not articulate enough. What will be your empowering statement? Is Ebiseri still on the call? Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. What will be your empowering statement?
So I would say that I'm working hard and getting closer to the eloquent and articulate speaker I know I can be. Is that empowering enough?
I know that I am.
I know that I am. Wow, beautiful. All right.
Good. Good. So I get it. So any other person that hasn't spoken before, you know, translate your or reframe your limiting belief to an empowering one. Hope, you want to
Good
say something?
evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
welcome. Welcome to the call.
Thank you,
So
ma'am.
what is your
Okay,
limiting belief?
okay. I need more skill and certification to get another.
You need more skill and certification to get another job. Good, that's a very good limiting belief. Because you actually, well, okay, now what is your empowering statement?
I have I have the right skill, and I can still improve on the skill while working on the job.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so happy for you, Hope. So happy for you. That is such a powerful, powerful, powerful representation of what we've been discussing here.
Thank
Yes.
you, ma'am.
Yes. Congratulations. Congratulations on your new job. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's
Amen.
coming. Thank you
Amen.
so much for that. Any other limiting belief and empowering statement before we go on to our next exercise? Is there any other person that's willing to try? Olayinka, are you still there? Are you willing to try? We're running out of time. Who else is on the call?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The limiting belief that, I'm not good in leadership, but
You're
now
not
I'm a good.
good in leadership.
Yes,
I'm
now
not
I'm a
going to
good.
take that one. Give me another one.
Yeah,
Because my
it's just
example here is leadership. So give me another
okay.
one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going. Okay. I'm not going at managing budget,
You're not
but
good at
now,
managing budget. Okay, that's
yeah,
a limiting belief. That's a limiting
yeah,
belief. So what's your
yes. Now,
empowering statement?
now I'm an expert in budget management.
No. Don't say that. What is your try and reframe it? Yes, you're an
Okay.
expert, but the empowering belief is what will take you. Yes, it's true that you're not good at budgeting right now, but the statement should be like a process to where you are, like a process to where you want to be.
Okay. Now I'm taking a step to be an expert in budget management. I'm taking step to be an expert in budget management by updating
Yes.
my skills.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Yes. Good job. That is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. You're going to, in fact, I don't know. It's like you guys don't even lead this class because the way I'm seeing it, oh my God, we're going to have so many great achievers coming out of this session. I believe that strongly. I believe that. So, in fact, this is your limiting. You see how you have moved from believing something to empowering yourself. So it is very vital. So I want you to do that for like 5 more limiting beliefs. That is what you are going to do. Not now. Oh. Think about them. Like list maybe 5 or 10 limiting beliefs you have. And then on the other side of your book, You now reframe them to an empowering statement. So I want to see that. I want to see that. You can send that as an email or anything. So we're going to go into our next exercise. Vision board challenge. It is time to dream. It is time to dream. So what is our dream? Where do you want to be in 3 years? I want you to visualize it. You can see like one mini vision board here. Somebody getting married, money, there's money there. There are some other things there, that the person needs. That's, love, success, happiness, a happy home. So visualize yourself where you want to be in 3 years. 3 years, just don't go beyond 3 years. Then the second thing is list 3 career goals that align with that vision. Then identify the mindset shifts required to achieve those goals. Is anyone willing to give this a try? Is anyone willing to go to share with us? You may not share in full in fact, you can share in full detail, but just briefly, just tell me one. We're not going to list 3 now. Just visualize, just give me one line of where you want to be in the next 3 years. Let me call somebody that has not spoken anything before. Who now? Okay. Someone is raising their hand. Welcome, Dominic, Lucky.
Yeah, good evening, man.
Good evening. Good evening. You're welcome. Welcome to this call.
Um,
All right. So you want to give it a go?
yeah, I'm just joining, but
Oh,
there are goals that I set this year, but it's not me per se, it's our company that
okay.
sets this goal.
All right.
This goal is to become one of the best producer of vegetable oil, at
Okay.
least one of the top 3 in Nigeria, first of all, in the next 3 years.
In the next 3 years.
Yes,
Great. Great. Great.
we are
Great.
working towards that.
Great. Okay. So now you visualize it. So in the next 3 years, you are going to be one of the biggest producers of vegetable oil in Nigeria. That is the vision.
Yes, ma'am.
That is the vision. So now I want you to list one goal that aligns with that vision. Just one. Let's not go with 3. Just list one goal that aligns with that vision.
Okay. The goal that aligns to that vision is, like currently now, we are working on branding. And by next year, we'll be working on a proper packaging, which will align to this.
Branding. Good. So you're working on improving your branding.
Yes.
Great. That is one career goal that aligns with that vision. Yes, that is going to help you achieve being one of the biggest. Is it one of the biggest you said?
Yes.
One of the biggest producers of very good. Now, I want you to identify the mindset shifts required to achieve that goal. Now, to answer this question, look at where you are right now as a company. Look at where you are right now. And look, because you say you want to do branding to improve. So in your brand, where is it at right now? So I want you to identify the mindset shift required to achieve those goals.
Okay. Currently now, we are at let me just say we are at our growing stage now.
Okay.
Yes, we are at our growing stage now.
Okay. So what kind of mindset, what kind of thinking? I know you were not here in the beginning. What kind of thinking do you think you need to have to achieve that goal of becoming one of the best producers of oil in 3 years?
Okay. Our vision is best quality and quantity.
Okay.
So that is our slogan, best quality and quantity. And how is it best quality and quantity? Because what we are doing is different from every other vegetable oil. Because a lot of people do talk about vegetable oil, they call it groundnut oil, but they don't really know the difference between groundnut oil and ordinary oil. Every other oil use like palm oil, but
Okay.
we are mainly using a peanut extract
Hmm.
for it. So that made it very different from every other brand. So as far as is aligned with this goal and it's going towards the direction that we are pointing at, in the next 3 years, it will become one of the best, if not the best self.
Thank you so much for that contribution, Dominic. Thank you. I appreciate that. Even though you were not from, you didn't join us from the beginning, you kind of quite, you did a good job in identifying the mindset shifts required to achieve those goals. Thank you so much. Now we may not be able to continue with everybody for you to achieve or do this exercise, but I want you to do it. I want you to do it and then send it in. The visualize where you want to be in 3 years, list 3 goals that align with that vision, and then identify the mindset shifts required to achieve that goal. It is very, it is not so simple. This exercise, it requires you to think very well, because 3 years it can is a mid is a midterm goal. It's not a short goal and it's not a long term goal. So it will require you to sit down and really think. Like it may be like a milestone to where you want to be in 5, 10 years. Thank you so much, Lucky, for that, and every other person. Thank you for the contributions. Thank you so much. So right now we're going to um we'll look at how we can apply the greatness mindset in your careers. You've already done that. You've identified some of the things that you can do to apply the greatness mindset in your careers, which I really appreciate. Wow, we're running out of time. So you're going to start by identifying areas where you can grow. Some of you have done that, and it is good. That is a very good start. Then you need to set specific intentional goals. Like for the person that said that they're not consistent enough, she also said that she's going to like be states maybe set an alarm. That is a specific intentional goal. That is something that is specific, it is intentional, because you want to do it and you're enabling yourself to do it. So the second step is actively seek feedback and use it to improve. Some of us don't like criticism. Some of us don't want people to tell you where you are going wrong or where you are not doing well. If you don't like it, let me just tell you, be your friend and tell you now that you don't want to grow. If you don't like criticism, you need to learn how to accept feedback and take it, even from those that seemingly don't like you, even from your haters. Learn to take feedback and internalize it, not internalize it in a way that it affects you, but look at what you need to do. Look at what you need to do and the steps you need to take to improve. Then I want you to also challenge yourself to do something outside your comfort zone every week. Think about it. What can you do outside your comfort zone every week? Challenge yourself to do it. Then celebrate small wins to build confidence. For that person that said they are not consistent enough, if you wake up in the morning, if you say you are going to do something 5 o'clock and you wake up and you do it 5 o'clock, please give yourself an applaud. Celebrate yourself. It will boost your confidence. And then if you have done it for like a week, a month, take yourself out. Buy yourself a gift, celebrate it, because it is not easy to be consistent. It is not easy. Celebrate small wins, because it is those small wins that will now like a step. You can see the picture there, step by step. You need to know that it is a step-by-step process. You don't start building foundation today and the same day you are doing lintel. No, it is step by step. Understand that your growth is a process, is a process. So give yourself a pat on the back whenever you achieve the little things that seem little. Give yourself a pat. You're not in competition with anybody. You're looking at yourself, accessing yourself, and then you're moving. So that give yourself an applaud whenever you do something that you have set out to do. I'm just going to rush. Now, the example I'm going to give you, I think I talked about him last month, Cosmas Maduka. I'm so intrigued by this man because he transformed adversity into opportunity. He has strong vision and he's very consistent. And the last thing is he believes in others and are empowering future leaders. I don't know if any of us know about Cosmas Maduka. Cosmas Maduka did not go to school. Oh. It's not like he now has money and then he now went to school. No. Cosmas Maduka didn't go to school. But look at what he has achieved. Yes, I think he went for the Harvard executive class later on. This man headed a bank for like 12 years. I can't remember the name of the bank now, but he headed a bank for like 12 years. Go and read about Cosmas Maduka. It will inspire you. He's an inspiration. He's someone that did not let his limitations hold him back. He just kept at it. He just kept at it. He didn't say because I didn't go to school. He's employing graduates right now. One school awarded him PhD. That's why he's called a doctor now. He didn't go to school to achieve that. He's an honorary PhD. People are calling him to study how his brain works, to study his process, what he has done. That is what a greatness mindset is. He doesn't look at your limitations. He may not be someone that can go to school and read and get first class, but look at what he has achieved in his lifetime. I think he's about 56 years or so right now, but he has achieved so much. He has achieved so much in his lifetime. Look at such people. Study their life. What is it? What is it about them? What is it about them? When people say you can't do this thing, please go and do it. Go and do it. It is not easy. It may not be easy, but in the end, you will be glad you did. You will be so glad you did. That is one person I would have really dwelt on this, but I want us to go back and look at Cosmas Maduka, study about him, and then come back and tell me what you have learned from him. Your greatness starts today. It is a step-by-step process. It is a step-by-step process. But if you don't start, you will not get there. If you don't start, you will not experience growth. So I want you to commit to adopting the greatness mindset in your career and life in general. If you ever come to a point where you think, I can't do this, because remind yourself that is your limitation. Reframe it to an empowering statement and then tell yourself that instead. Now, I want you also to challenge yourself for the next 30 days and practice one greatness mindset principle daily. Practice daily, even if it's just one. Challenge yourself to do something outside your comfort zone every week, and then share your journey with community and encourage others. Encourage others. Whew. Thank you so much. I don't know if you have any questions or comments. Any
Hello.
questions or comments so far? Thank you
Hello.
so. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, good
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 evening,
evening.
evening.
everyone.
Good evening,
Hello.
sir.
Good
You
evening.
can go ahead. I can
Okay.
hear you, sir.
Yeah. The only small comment I want to add in all these things, you have to take, you have to be honest and your integrity has to be key. Before you
Exactly.
achieve greatness, you must be honest, and your integrity must not be questionable.
Mm,
Because when you are climbing the ladder, people are watching you. Remember, you may you may have been working in a company and the management is watching you. So many people are watching you. Any little dishonest will change every vision you have.
mm.
You have to keep it at your left hand. Be honest in what you are doing, and your integrity must be key. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that contribution. Very vital. Integrity. Integrity. In fact, I don't know how I missed that out, but that was one of the things that that blew up Cosmas Maduka. He is a man of integrity. He said something. He said, "I am collateral." Banks don't ask him for collateral. They give him money. He is collateral. For someone to boldly make that statement, it shows his level of integrity. And he said, even while working with the Japanese, with the Chinese, that he could take credit from them, hundreds of millions, and because of his integrity. So it is very vital. Thank you so much for that contribution. It is something that, look, integrity is simply doing what you say you will do, doing what is right, even when nobody else is watching. Simply put, that is integrity. Let your heart be clean. Do what is right, even when no one else is watching. It is very important to have that from the beginning so that when you get there, because skills and whatever can push you to the top, but it is your character. It is your character. Sometimes it is, some people are not looking for that breakthrough you are looking for. Somebody will just say, I know somebody. How did what's her name? Um, ha, this woman that is now in World Health Organization, Okonjo-Iweala. It is integrity that brought her to Tinubu's government. Tinubu, not Tinubu, sorry. Not Tinubu, Obasanjo's government. It is our integrity. So these things are very important. Thank you so much, sir, for that contribution. I really appreciate it. Any other question or contribution, please? Hmm.
Question,
Okay.
please. So, what if someone's limitation is health? Is a like person is having a critical health condition that if the person tries to stretch, there's this fear that it may break down or something. So how will such a person navigate through such limitation, health limitation now?
Now, I don't know. Depends on the kind of health challenge you have. I don't know the kind of health challenge you have, but you need to assess your situation. That is why it is important to assess your situation. There are certain things that you have no control over. Those are not the things I'm talking about. For instance, if someone is had an operation and in the hospital, I don't expect that person to stand up and go because you are trying to overcome limitation. No, that person has no control over that situation at that point. Now, at that point, the thing you may have control over is how you are taking in your illness, how you're taking in your situation. Are you down? Do you see yourself as not coming out or not being healthy again? Are you taking the medications the way you're supposed to take them? Are you doing what the doctor says religiously? Are you believing that you're going to come out of that situation? That is where your power lies. It is not in situations, or for instance, someone that doesn't have leg, you are now saying, oh yeah, stand up and walk. Yeah, miracles happen, but in that instance, you have no control. Or you literally have no control over that situation. What you have control over is what you can do. So those are the things you should focus on. That is the mindset I'm talking about. Focus on what it is that you can do. Focus on what it is you can do and do it. So when you have a health condition that is not allowing you practically, medically, to do certain things, focus on getting better if you can, so that you can now do those things. I don't know if I've answered your question, Julie.
Yes,
Yes,
ma.
you need to,
Yes, ma.
yes, if you're sick, you need to religiously take your medications first. That is even believing that you are going to be better. That is the mindset you need. That look, this where you are right now is only for a time. So do what you need to do. Do what you can do. That is it. That's the mindset. Any other comments or questions? We're running out of time.
Okay, sorry. So just to add to what you just said, um, in terms of focusing on what you can do, rather than that thing that you feel that okay, you're a little bit limited as a result of your health conditions. Let's look at maybe football players or sports people who, for one reason or the other, had injuries and couldn't do the thing they thought they would do till they retire. Now, rather than whine and, you know, get lost in the fact that, oh, I'm not able to do this thing that I love, this thing that brings money for my family, you see some of them become coaches, some of them become public
Exactly.
speakers, what's it called, motivational speakers. Some of them just channel their energies into doing something else that brings them that, maybe not the same kind of fulfillment, but some sort of fulfillment and satisfaction. So rather than focus on what you can't do, focus on the things you can do, because there's always something else that you can be doing with your time, rather than pining over what you're not able to do. I hope it makes sense.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much for that contribution. Yes, that is evolving. You evolve. You evolve. That is it. That is part of the process. Thank you so much for that comment. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to take any other questions or comments. Announcements are going to be coming up shortly. There are programs lined up for this year and for next year. And as time goes on, it's going to be unfolding to every one of us. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Julie, Fumpere, Ebiseri, Hope. Thank you for joining. Olayinka, thank you. Olufemi, thank you for joining.
Thank you,
Um,
our coach, before the time runs out too. Thank
yes,
you.
thank you so much for joining. Olayinka was, yes, he's still here. Thank you for joining. Dominic was here. Oh, he's still here. Thank you, Dominic,